Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Bashir Sheikh. In this video, we are going to discuss about diffusion capacitance in transistor. So before getting into the concept, we should know about what actually mean by diffusion capacitance is. Diffusion capacitance is occurred at a forward bias p-n junction diode, and it is also named as storage capacitance. If you observe the PNP transistor in the emitter junction is forward biased, there we are going to be expect diffusion capacitance. The diffusion capacitance is denoted as CB-E or CE. The diffusion capacitance is occurred due to storage charges of minority carriers near the depletion region. Later, if you apply the forward bias to the PN junction, such as emitter is connected to the positive terminal, base is connected to the negative terminal, then the corresponding holes from the emitter are moved into the base and act as a minority carriers at the base. Similarly, electrons enter into the emitter, act as minority carriers at the emitter. These minority carriers leads the diffusion capacitance, and the accumulation of the minority carriers on either side of the emitter junction is producing the diffusion capacitance. And the diffusion capacitance also named as the stored charge capacitance because the minority carriers are stored near the depletion region. Now come to the derivation of diffusion capacitance. Later, consider a PNP transistor is taken into consideration here. This is the emitter, base, and the collector is the PNP transistor, and the emitter base is forward biased. On applying the forward bias, the charge particles on either side, and these charge particles are accumulated near the depletion region, and it leads the corresponding diffusion capacitance. The charge particles enter into the base, and these accumulated charge particles are directly moved into the collector region due to the early effect, as the collector is connected to the negative, the heavy negative, like this. Now in order to derive the corresponding diffusion capacitance, the charge in the base vary with respect to the applied voltage VB or VE is the corresponding capacitor CE. Now later, the number of charge particles enter over here are P dash of 0, and W is the width of the base, or the charge in base is. Later, the number of charge particles are P dash of 0 by 2 with the charge Q accumulated with the width W and cross section area A. This is the charge in the base. And further, we are taking current density is a J equal to current per unit area is Q D into dP by dx minus Q into dP by dx. Now here the charge particles are whole, so that's why we are representing the current density in the base due to the emitter current over the cross section area A equal to Q dB dP dash of 0 by W. Later, the charge in the base is to be taken as the equation number 1 and current density is going to be considered as the equation number 2. From this one, from the equation number 2, we are going to be write P dash of 0 equal to W IE by A Q dB. Let equation number 3 substitute 3 in 1. We obtain the first equation is modeled as QB equal to Q W A by 2 into W IE by A Q into dB. Now here we take out the components as A Q are get cancelled here and the remaining component is QB. Charge in the base is W square by 2 dB into IE. Let equation number 4. This is the base charge in the base, but actually we require the capacitance C is nothing but CE is nothing but change in the QB with respect to the change in the VE. So on differentiation this one, the W square by 2 dB into DIE by DVE itself is the W square by 2 dB into DIE by DVBE. Now, as due to the early effect, we know IE is equal to IC, then CE is written in the form of W square by 2 dB into change in the IC with respect to the change in the VBE. We know the change in the IC with respect to change in the VBE is the transconductance of the transistor, the GM. Then the CE is equal to W square by 2 dB into GM. So this is the diffusion capacitance at the emitter junction. For more videos, please like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.